Hi you guys, so this is going to be a reading from the 20th to the 23rd, from the 20th to the 23rd of November, and we are going to be taking a look at 3 cards today, what the fortune cookie message is, what the whispers of Lord Ganesha has from the universe, and then we're going to be checking in on your karma message as far as what you need to be paying attention to right now. As we had a new moon recently on the 15th, so we'll just do a little check in there regarding that. So let me go ahead and move these out of the way. We'll start with the message from the universe from the whispers of Lord Ganesha, and we're going to start with Capricorn. We're going to start with Capricorn's message. Capricorn's message from the universe. So your message is joy. So you might be experiencing a joyful moment right now, or you're seeking joy. This is also reminding you that joy is the state of the heart and soul. Through this card, Ganesha acknowledges your stress and exhaustion. This card can also mean that you need to learn from your experiences. This can mean this is also saying that you might not be happy right now and you might be going through some experiences, but it's urging you to learn from those specific life experiences. So let's go ahead and take a look at your fortune cookie message, Capricorn. Capricorn's message. We have perseverance. You may feel like you are getting nowhere, but there are wonderful changes ahead. Don't give up. And then we're going to be taking a look at the karma card messages. And you guys know that this card is in 3 different sections. The signs, the houses, and the planets. And they can be read on the action side as well as the other side. Today's purpose, since we're taking a look at So we're going to be taking a look in the order of planets, signs, and houses. And then we will take a look at what specific house that you need to be, what was your house number that came out, and the what you need to pay attention to at that time. And we are going to be reading we're going to be looking at the red side, since we want to know what action you should be taking at this time, or what you should be doing at this time is more an action. So we're going to be taking a look at the red side for Capricorn's message. So you have the North Node. Then you have in your sign in Aries. And your house in the first house. Your message is on a spiritual level. Have faith in your willpower immediately. Mentally, do not worry about what you think you know about the way you project yourself. Physically, now is the time to do it your own way and do it on your own. And your focus was the first house. So first house normally has to deal with your personality and yourself, and I feel like all these cards are really tying in together as far as bringing out that message that right now you need to pay attention to your first impressions, how you communicate, how you perceive yourself. When this Capricorn in this house, you might seem mature and reliable to others. It's more now of a time to maybe plan ahead and follow a method. It has to do with your appearance, your sense of identity, and your physical body. Now this card has a lot to say more about your relationship and your sense of being. So that's what I have for Capricorn's reading. Now we're going to go ahead and move on to Taurus. Taurus message from the universe, from the Ganpati deck. Positive outlook. So this can be telling you to keep a positive outlook on things. How you feel depends on your own mental attitude. So it's important to remember that the circumstances are not good or bad, but neutral. And it's how you approach it that brings out your outcome. We'll go ahead and take a look at your fortune cookie message. Taurus fortune cookie message is friendship. A friend needs your help, your kindness, and excellent counseling skills will put them back on track. Taking a look at Taurus message from the Karma cards. Your planet, you have the sun. In your signs, you have in Taurus, so this is you right here. And in your houses, you have the 5th house. So your message is spiritually demonstrate your beliefs with the trust of a child. Mentally realize the cost of fun, romance, and making art. Physically act like a leader. Use the most direct way and do it dramatically. 5th house is what you need to be paying attention to. Fifth house is, see, the messages are tying in because your 5th house is your creativity and children. So if you have kids, throw your attention there, and also your creativity skills. So for Taurus in this house, media might appeal when it comes to your choice of creativity activity. Making like tangible objects. This also has to do with romance, with taking chances, with your self-expression and your recreation. The state of your inner child as well. What I have for Taurus. Now we are going to go ahead and move on next to Virgo. And Virgo's message from the universe. Steadfastness. Number 32. So this is more telling you not to waver back or forth or be moved by the circumstances that are surrounding you at this time. This is more telling you that teaching you kindness, dedication, communication in relationships. Be focused on your purpose and not to be swayed by other people's perception. Take a look at your fortune cookie. Declutter. Declutter your life. Let go of correspondence, objects, and people you no longer want. Some will hurt your feelings and reveal a new side of themselves that you may wish to avoid. Taking a look at your karma messages here from the karma cards. What you need to be paying attention to or doing at this time. We have your planet in Saturn. Your signs in Capricorn. And your houses in the 9th house. So, Virgo, house in Saturn, signs in Capricorn, and house in 9th house. You spiritually be realistic about your goals as if it or they came from all there is. Mentally be concerned about the day-to-day reality of the philosophies and laws involved. Physically, you must wait before you can. Use the most business-like way and do it in a big way. Now, Virgo, your 9th house. So, Virgo in the 9th house, this is paying attention to your quest for meaning, wisdom, experience, understanding, teaching on higher education. So maybe learning something new, philosophies, religion, and beliefs, where you see yourself, and adventure, travel, and long journeys. So maybe you're seeking or you're wanting to travel. Virgo in this house can also mean with the unknown by checking the details on a map, a compass. You're trying to analyze complex ideas and situations here. So that's where your focus needs to be. And that's what I have for Virgo. We're going to be moving on next to Aries. Aries message from the universe. Message from the universe for Aries. Cultivation. So this is more inclined towards cultivating healing, cultivating like natural things like music, listening to music. As you can see in the picture, Ganesha is listening to the, is playing the sitar, and more of an energy of lightening your heart to support your soul. Taking a look at your fortune cookie message. Intuition. Trust your intuition. It's a great time to learn a new skill, change careers, or invest money. Taking a look at your karma message. What you need to be paying attention to or doing right now. In your house, in your planets, you have Pluto. In your signs, you have in Taurus. And in your houses, you have the 6th house. So your message on a spiritual level: resurrect your beliefs as a full-time job. Mentally get to the heart, the cost of serving. Physically, do or die, you must use the most direct way and do it a little at a time. And paying attention to your 6th house, which is, I think, more towards your health and well-being. For Aries, in this house, your routine is likely to be active. So you're trying to push through the day and get things done. But your focus is going to be on your daily work, your health, your routines and rituals, and your services. That's what I have for Aries. Moving on next to Leo. Leo's message from the universe. Priorities. So make the most of your time. This is more into getting organized. Time is not something that you can save for later. So once it's gone, it's gone. So this is more reminding you to make the most of your time and prioritize your decisions. We are going to take a look at the fortune cookie message for Leo. We have friendship. A friend needs your help. Your kindness and excellent counseling skills will put them back on track. Now we're going to take a look at your karma message as to what you need to be paying attention to or doing right now. And we have Mercury in your planets. In your signs, we have Pisces. And in your house position, we have the 3rd house. So your spiritual message: communicate your dreams by making the right connections. Mentally analyze your idealization of the idea in question. Physically, let your mind tell you how to be part of something overwhelming and get your ideas going. Your house card ended up in the 3rd house. So the 3rd house is more dealing towards your communication, your siblings, your local environment, education. For Leos, this can mean bringing forth your confidence in a way to express your thoughts. So I'm more getting just bringing forth your ideas at this time. Let's move on next to Sagittarius. Sagittarius message from the universe. You have joy. So joy is the state of the heart and soul. Joy happens when the heart and the soul unite. The union is to achieve expansion for a greater good related to your divine path. This card can mean that you need to acknowledge your stress and adapt to a new pattern. You might not be happy right now, but you are urged to realize that you go through certain experiences in life to learn from it. Now we're going to move on to your fortune cookie message. Your message is property. A property purchase or sale for many, but heed security concerns in any transaction. Your message from the karma cards as far as the planets goes and what you need to be paying attention to at this time. You have the moon in your planets. In your signs position, you have in Gemini. And in the houses position, you have the 8th house. So your message spiritually: defend what you want to be known as life or death, as a life or death issue. Mentally accept what is believed about getting and using power. Physically, let your feelings tell you how to use the quickest way and use other people's resources. Your 8th house. Your 8th house is more dealing with your shared possessions, things that are shared, and relationships. It can mean crisis, loss, transformation. So this is your investing. This 8th house is more dealing with, I'm feeling for your sign, with investing in risk. So more expansion, but it can mean paying attention to your shared possession, to issues regarding money and power and intimate relationships at this time. Moving on next to Aquarius. And we're taking a look at Aquarius message from the universe. Ooh, cultivation again. How strange is that? Quite a few of you have gotten that card. So this is saying to cultivate, to bring forth your ideas. Listen to music can also mean encouraging you to heal and to nurture your soul. And we'll take what your fortune cookie message has. Burnout. Your hard work will see results, but your health needs to be maintained, and so check in with your doctor, dentist, and health professional and try to maintain a healthy lifestyle. So in your planet's position, as far as your message from the karma cards, what you need to be paying attention to right now or doing right now. Your planets is in the south node. Your signs is in Pisces. And your houses is in the 6th house. So your message on your spiritual level, remember your dreams as a full-time job. Mentally, reconsider your idealization of serving. Physically, now is not the time to be part of something overwhelming, and do it a little at a time. And the 6th house is representing your health and your well-being. So I'm more feeling that your focus needs to be in that area at this time. You might be working in a community or with people or something technological. So take a look at your daily work, your routines, your rituals, your service, how you're serving people, or how other people are serving you, and your health, those areas right now. Moving on next to Gemini. Gemini's message from the universe. priorities. I believe Leo got this card as well. So right now, Gemini, you need to be paying attention to your priorities. Making the most of your time, organizing your day. Long-term decisions, pay attention to that. And all areas of importance right now. Your fortune cookie message. Yeah, burnout. So your hard work will see results, but your health needs to be maintained. So check in with your doctor, dentist, and health professional and try to maintain a healthy lifestyle. Taking a look at your karma messages as to what you need to be paying attention to right now. And the first card that just flipped out was Uranus. So we're going to take it. Uranus in your planets. In your signs, we have in Aquarius. And in your house position, we have the 5th house. So for Gemini, your message spiritually, stir up the situation by using your vision with the trust of a child. Mentally, be open to new ideas about what's new and different, about fun, romance, and making art. Physically, invent a way to use an unconventional way and do it dramatically. Your 5th house. 5th house is dealing with your creativity and children. So paying attention to your self-expression, romance, recreation, and taking chances. So for Gemini, I'm feeling that it's more on your relationship. But in order to do that, it might be needing you to bring out that creativity side of you. That's what I have for Gemini. Now we're going to go ahead and move on next to Libra. Libra's message from the universe. Determination. And with that card there, this is more about keeping your focus. So feeling secure in your being. This is the root chakra, which is associated with keeping life exciting and sustainable. So root chakra is balancing out your energies, keeping yourself centered, healthy, vibrant, and bringing your energy levels back up. Taking a look at your fortune cookie message. We have wisdom. To focus on the past is to lose the future. Heed advice from an older person which will allow you to move on. In taking a look at your karma cards as to what you need to be paying attention to right now or doing at this time. In your planet's position, we have Neptune. In your signs position, you have in Aquarius. And in your houses position, we have the 6th house. So your message spiritually: inspire others with your vision as a full-time job. Mentally, be prepared to sacrifice for what's new and different about serving. Physically, yielding is the only way to use an unconventional way and do it a little at a time. So I am getting your 6th house is where your focus needs to be. Sixth house is dealing with your health and your well-being. So focusing on your daily work, your routines and rituals, your health and your service. So this is where the house also where your diplomacy can be used in the workplace. Helping others to create a harmonious environment. Physical balance and is needed at this time. Physical and well-being balance. So that's where I feel your focus needs to be. We're going to move on next to Cancer. Cancer's message from the universe. Sustenance. And that card is giving you the message of nourishment. So it's more asking you, it's more saying that you have abundance right now. There is an abundance of energy around you, and you have enough support to nourish your desires. So it's more appreciate the blessing, the gifts, the friendship, and the love that's surrounding you right now. Can also mean to nourish your soul, find ways to experience life, to learn, to grow, and to change. So if you're refusing those things right now, it can be detrimental to you. So only you can truly know what your soul desires. But the energy around you is full of blessings. So look in that direction as well. Now, moving on next to your fortune cookie message. You have perseverance. You feel like you are getting nowhere, but there are wonderful changes ahead. Don't give up. Tying in also with that Ganesha card. Let's take a look at your karma cards and what the karma message has for you, or what you should be paying attention to at this time. In your house, you have Mercury. In your signs, you have in Gemini, and in your house position, you have in the 12th house. So your message spiritually: communicate what you want to be known, seeking oneness with all there is. Mentally, analyze what is believed about philanthropy. Physically, let your mind tell you how to use the quickest way and keep your involvement hidden. 12th house. 12th house is focusing on your service and sacrifice. So what's going on behind the scenes? Your higher self. Figuring out what is meaning to you. Collectiveness as far as a place of being, a sense of being. And focusing on meditation at this time. So for Cancer in this house, your what is your role behind the scenes? So you might be like a nurse or a caretaker or something, looking after those who are unable to look after themselves. Or you could be seeking just a quiet place right now for sanctuary. But your focus needs to be on your higher self. What do you do behind the scenes? Your collectiveness as far as where you want to be, and your spirituality transformation. So that's what I have for Cancer. And now we're going to move on next to Pisces. Pisces message from the universe. Okay. So, Pisces, be candid. This can mean that to trust your own truth, to express yourself at the risk of standing out. So you could have a situation right now where it's asking you to express your thoughts. So maybe you've kept quiet in the past because you kept swallowing or staying quiet for the benefit of someone else. But this is asking you to be open and communicate what you're feeling at this time for clarity. It can also mean you're seeking that clarity. This is a throat chakra as well. So it's speaking and listening. Now we're going to take a look at your fortune cookie message for Pisces. And your message is assert yourself. Go for what you want. The time is ripe for soulmate connections. Birth of a child also likely. Now we're taking a look at your karma cards and what you need to be paying attention to at this time, or what you need to be doing at this time. For your planet's position, you have Jupiter. For your sign's position, you have in Aquarius. And for your house's position, you have the 4th house. So your message on a spiritual level is learn or teach your vision as you did in the past. Mentally, be positive about what's new and different about your home base or your family. And physically, grow and expand. Use an unconventional way and do what makes you feel secure. Your 4th house. Your 4th house is focusing on your home and family, which is where I feel your focus needs to be. Your ancestry, your history, your family, your foundations, your private world. So it can also mean that music, like you're leaning towards something, music, some art, something that's ancestral, that was like that runs in your family, or like you have a gift or you were born with a gift for something. That's where you need to pay attention to right now. That's what I have for Pisces, and we're going to move on next to Scorpio. Scorpio's message from the universe. Your message is spiritual practice. So here we have Ganpati asking you to connect back spiritually. A spiritual practice will ground your day. So reflect on the benefits by following a daily routine spiritually. Meditation, prayer, yoga or Tai Chi or something, a daily routine that connects you spiritually. Now we're going to take a look at your fortune cookie message. Assert yourself, go for what you want, the time is ripe for soul connections, birth of a child also likely. In the planet's position, we have taking a look at your karma cards as what you need to be paying attention to or doing at this time. And we have your planets in Pluto, your signs in Sagittarius, and your house in the 10th house. So your message is going to be spiritually, resurrect your highest ideals responsibly. Mentally, get to the heart of the rules of success. Physically, do or die, you must get it out to the world and become a person of power and status. 10th house. 10th house is focusing in on your career and your vocation. So your focus right now needs to be on your career or your vocation, your parents or someone of authority, your ambition, your status, and your public image. Now for Scorpio, directly in this house, this is determination, finding a path, scoping out a career path. So this is like carving your way, carving a career or a vocation at this time. That's what I have for Scorpio. And I believe that's all the cards that we have for today. So thank you guys for watching, and join me next time.